guys, Tomboy601, and today we have Haida, the first Canadian ship to come to World of Warships Legends, and unfortunately I have to say it is a bit of a disappointment, but there is hope. I just don't know when this hope is going to arrive. Haida is a premium ship. You can pick her up for 17,500 doubloons or about 70 American dollars. And she is the sort of figurehead for the D-Day event that's going on. She's the ship that they're advertising the most, which is unfortunate because it's a bit of a disappointment. And the reason it's a disappointment is because of the nation it is a part of. Unfortunately, it's part of the Commonwealth, and what Wargaming did is they decided to release this ship to us without giving us a Commonwealth destroyer commander, which means we're stuck with Leonard Murray running some destroyer skills with Mordoff and Bay to make this all work. Why that's important is because, well, Leonard Murray is a generalist. He's the George Dewey for the Commonwealth, and, well, that ain't gonna cut it. We've heard multiple times from the devs that, like, hey, the commanders are really powerful in this game. Like, that is the defining feature of this game, is how powerful our commanders are. And to not release one with a ship that you are charging $70 for is kind of unexcusable. Also, showing up right now is the party trick of Haida right here. You'll notice there are two consumables active. The first is the smoke screen. Haida does have a unique smoke screen. It is a crawling smoke. It's going to last for 100 seconds with a dispersion time of 10 seconds, where you can only really go at quarter speed if you want to be concealed by the smoke, and it's going to reload in 100 seconds. But the other bit that we are using is the sonar. And in fact, Haida does have a sonar on board, 3.6 kilometer detection on ship. So we can see we're trying to reel in the Sasashio so that we can go dark, but we don't end up needing it. And that's sort of, that little smoke sonar combo where you can advance towards an enemy in your smoke is the gimmick of Haida. And I don't know if it's really worth the up tier. And I say up tier because I guess we should talk about the history of Haida. Haida is a tribal class destroyer, and if you're like, wait a minute, we have other tribal class destroyers in this game, and I would say absolutely, good sir or madam, but statistically speaking, given the demographics of this video game, sir, we do. It's the boat Cossack. We actually have two versions of it, both the original and a redone version that has an extra gun. Haida taking after the first one. Both of those tier 6 destroyers. Why Haida got elevated up, I'm not 100% sure. I guess the crawling smoke warrants the upgrade in tier, but I would say it probably does not, especially with the sonar. The sonar, like I said, is 3.6 kilometers with a fairly decent duration, as you can see. And it is, in fact, longer range than any of the British destroyer sonars that are currently in the game, which does make it an improvement, but not by much. And when your sort of gimmick or your way of attacking and being unique is kind of this smoke sonar combo, and when you're already limited to the fact that you can only go at quarter speed inside the smoke, the sort of ambush that you want to set up of, you know, make contact with an enemy destroyer, close the gap until you're within 3.6 kilometers, hit the smoke, and then hit your sonar and start gunning them down. Like, I attempted to do that multiple times because it feels like the only fun thing you can do in this. And I had a couple of times where the other destroyer kind of realized what I was doing and just tapped it in reverse. And their reverse gear was quicker than that of me in Haida being able to go at quarter speed, which not great. It's not a great feeling to have to kind of endure all of that. And as I said earlier, you know, add that to the fact that we don't have a dedicated commander for this ship right now, and it feels like you're kind of gimped. You've been cut off at the legs by wargaming, and I would not be picking up this ship if I was any of you. With that said, let's talk about what we are doing with the rest of this game. Of course, you saw us take sea. We kind of cleared out the seaside other than for that Atlanta out there. And now we are coming on in to the middle of the map for a couple of reasons. One, to try to support our teammates here. We're not looking too good at the current moment. And, well, Missouri just traded for the Georgia, taking away our spotting. So that is not great. We know there is the other destroyer here in the cap with us, and we know this Colorado is licking his lips, looking to do us some dirty. So we are kind of trying to take our time. I don't 100% want to rush in without the sonar, but I just want to bide the time here, use the smoke as a way, and we can see where the enemy destroyer is now, thanks to his smoke right there, which means we can start to crawl around here. And my goal is to get sort of close to him in time to use our last charge of sonar. We do risk being picked off by the Colorado, and of course we have this Vladivostok coming off on the side, and well, it's not looking great given the positioning of our team, but we're going to do what we can as we almost have our sonar up, and we can see the destroyer is just in the smoke over there, so we know we should be able to use this smoke and take a couple of seconds of smoke concealment within the sonar, which will be great for us. We get spotted right here. We hit the brakes. Now we are going to try to gun down this Benson before his spotting does any more damage to us. And down goes Benson right there. Colorado, he's going to be charging in. I was kind of hoping he would try to make a fire, try to go for the fire right here. We reverse out, and we are going to try to run. Colorado popping up right there. We're going to put in 2 torpedoes and save 1 more. Again, tribal class destroyer. So we do have a lot of Britishisms, I should say, about this vessel, one of which is the single fire torp. So we fire 2 right there. We're going to hold off on 1 more as Vladivostok gets a massive hit into us, but there's nothing much we can do except to try and run at this point. Colorado is bearing down at us. We have just a little bit of time before he's able to fire again. Hopefully we can get around the island before he's able to do so, which is kind of what we're doing here. We're trying to run outside of Vlad's spotting ability, which is what we've done right there. Unfortunately, our teammate is going broadside to the Colorado. He does get a decent hit on the Colorado, and our torpedo now finishes him off, bringing us up to 4 kills. But sadly, we are the only ship remaining here, and, well, we are down on points. So I'm not expecting much, but we are going to try to do what we can. If we can pull out the Kraken, that would be pretty fun. But sadly, you're going to see what occurs next, because I was hoping that Atlanta there was going to go try and get C, not what was on his plans. Instead, he made a beeline for us over here. We're going to try to take some evasive maneuvers here, put some AP into them, but, well, we only need like 2 hits to be taken down, and down we go. And guys, that is Haida. Like I said, I'm a bit disappointed with it, especially with the lack of a dedicated commander. I think once that happens, it'll be an okay ship, but still, I think the tribal class overall is sort of flawed. The gun angles aren't the best. So that's sort of my review. If you like this video, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.